ABC News royal consultant and officer of arms to the King, Alastair Bruce, joins me now for more on this. And first, thank you for your time. But listen, Alastair, this scandal surrounding Andrew Mountbatten Windsor's association with Epstein has been dominating headlines. I mean, how damaging has this been for the monarchy?
I think the monarchy is really finding it uncomfortable. I think for the King today, who was out in public doing his engagements, was asked questions about his brother, something that would never have happened in the reign of his mother, Elizabeth II. So it is very difficult for the King and other members of his family who are still part of the business of royalty doing their bit to support the role of the head of state. But Andrew, their brother, is obviously at the centre of this issue. He has claimed that he has absolutely no connection with wrongdoing, as you were pointing out, and he has now been taken from all the splendour of living in his house in Windsor and been taken to the east coast of England. You almost can't get any further away, and there he will start a new life with no titles, no honours, no glory, but he does remain part of a family. And I think anybody who is in a family where someone has had a bit of difficulty will understand that for the King, it is very difficult to have somebody in his own family when he has such an important role on the world stage to perform.
Certainly. Well, and listen, we've seen this removal process begin, but there's been scrutiny for Andrew for years now. So I'm curious. I mean, how do you feel like the palace has handled all this?
Well, I think the palace has done its best. I think the palace's view is that it is important that as and when there is a time and a proper process for people to give any evidence that they may have to support the process of pursuing a judicial mission, that should be done. But the palace has no means to do anything other than to hope that an individual will follow their own conscience and do what they think is right. So I don't think there's much more the palace can do, but it's difficult for them to sit with normal daily working and helping the King deliver his role as head of state, while Andrew remains so much a part of the headlines. And I think people are rightly concerned that something needs to be resolved here, and I think that we will see what happens. But at the moment, in the old process of being innocent until proven guilty, no charges have been made, and as yet, we wait to see if indeed proper formal requests are made to Andrew Mountbatten Windsor to make any contributions that he possibly can, and we'll see what he chooses to do at that time.
Well, and you brought up those contributions. Recent revelations have led for more calls for Andrew to speak to Congress. What do you think are the chances that he testifies before Congress?
Well, I'm not his lawyer, but I'm sure he will take legal advice, and it would be a big step for him to make that choice. He will, of course, no longer be seen in the same way as a member of the royal family, but of course everyone will see that he is a member of a family that is royal, and I think that it would have huge interest. There are other ways, I'm told, but as I say, I'm not a lawyer, for any information that he may have to be gathered formally without him actually appearing in front of Congress. But whatever it is, if his conscience allows him, then I think there are plenty of people in the United Kingdom who would like to see him play whatever part he can in the pursuit of finding a truth for the victims who've been so horribly impacted by whatever did or happen in whatever way it did with Mr. Epstein.
Well, and Alastair, the other thing, there's a British investigation into Andrew. I mean, I'm curious. I mean, what is the likelihood right now of him being criminally charged there?
Well, I think again, this process is with the police, and the police will not hold back. There is a complete appetite that, particularly now that Andrew is no longer a serving member of the royal family, but even if he was a serving member of the royal family, they're not above the law. And so if there is a requirement that the police wish to interview him or follow any charges, then he must answer to them in the same way that I would. So I think that, we wait to see what the police do. But the police are autonomous in this, and they are the ones who have the evidence and the information. And if they think they can gain information either from a witness or from somebody who is facing charges, that's up to them.
Yeah, certainly. Alastair Bruce for us. Hey, thank you so much.